You probably grew up speaking a language that didn't need a rolling R, but you wanted to do it your whole life to impress people, and now you're in high school and you're learning Spanish and you absolutely have to learn it. So now you watched a bunch of video tutorials and you still can't roll your R. Well, that was me, but now I miraculously learned it and I'm gonna share how I did it. This is the way that I did it, and if this video was just another video that was not helpful for you, then I am so sorry. Other people say it took them a month or even longer, weeks, to learn rolling their R, but it only took me 3 days. So I think my method is pretty helpful. And because it took me 3 days, I'm gonna break my tutorial down into 3 sections for you to complete in the course of 3 days. Before you even start learning, you should probably learn the single R. If you're learning a foreign language, some words have a single R, and that's really helpful for you to learn the single R before attempting the double R. Like the word pero or caro. Get really used to tapping your tongue on the top of your mouth because that's like a crucial first step. Now you can say the single R with no problem. We're gonna start day 1 of the process. You're going to say words with a single R but with a T or a D in front of it. And the reason for that is the T and the D is going to act like a dam, and once you pronounce that, it's going to send a huge strong stream of air between your tongue and the top of your mouth. That stream of air is what is needed to make your tongue start vibrating. You're going to say the TR or the DR like tres, estreno, maestro, Andreas, Andres. You're gonna say those words over and over and over and over again for like a day. And after a day, hopefully your tongue has made that motion into muscle memory. And eventually, I assure you, eventually, your tongue will start rolling by itself. You're gonna be pronouncing Andres like Andres, 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 Andres. And that's what you want. So now that you can pronounce it like that, you completed step 1. Andres, estreno, estreno. Now that you can roll your R's with the T and D in front of it, now I have to learn how to roll your R without the T and D in front of it. And how the heck do you do that? Lie down, flat on your back so the gravity isn't acting on your tongue, and don't like tense up your tongue, just let it be limp and blow your air through it and just let it do its own thing. If you need a stepping stone from removing the T and D, try softer sounds like SH or TH. Make a huge SH until your tongue starts rolling by itself. So take a deep breath and or use TH. Your goal is to make your tongue roll your R without having your tongue to come to the front first, like just start from behind your teeth. That's your goal. If you couldn't pronounce it in a word, just try to do it by itself, like you're gonna be out of breath and you're gonna be lightheaded because you're gonna be blowing so much, but you just have to keep making those sounds until it becomes a trill. You're gonna take another day practicing those words over and over and over again. Like compile a list of words with the double R sound and just say those over and over again until a day later you can finally pronounce it without having the T and D in front of it. Like vorrei, guerra, arroba, perro, carro. And that was the most frustrating step for me because that took another day. You're not going to be able to do it every time. But with practice, you're going to be able to do it on demand, and that's what you really want. It's like you just snap and you went from not being able to do it to doing it. It's like learning to ride a bike or whistling. You just have to practice it enough so it snaps into place. So now you can do it without the D and T or anything to help you start it. You can now say words without D or T in front of it. The last step is to practice saying these words and using them in sentences so it comes naturally and you don't have to prep for it. You go to Spanish class again. Every time the teacher makes you read a sentence, you can just use that and keep a lookout for anything that you can read with a double R sound and just pronounce it. In your free time, just think of words with R in them and use it. Use the rolling R for them. No, rolling your R is not a superpower that people are born with, and if you're not born with it, that's too bad. That's absolutely untrue. Anyone with any shape of their tongue can do it. I've heard things like, if your tongue is too round or fat, then it's not the right shape to do it, so you can never do it. But my tongue is really, really round and fat. Don't let anyone ever tell you that if you're not born with something, then you can't do it. You just have to practice.